the first event for
Well,
Friday
as the world's
night.
premier shearing and wool handling competition, the Golden Shears is used to having famous people coming in for a look, and 2018 is no different. I'm very pleased to have with me here Hilliary Barry, of course, no stranger to viewers at home, the host of 7 Sharp. And, of course, for those local viewers, they'll recognise Hilliary from her days here in Masterton. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's delightful to be here. It's a long time since I've been at the Golden Shears. I was trying to work it out before. It must be about 25 years since I was the cub reporter down at 2ZD, Radio Wairarapa, and used to love coming along to Golden Shears, good because I'd always get a few good stories here. And, it's super to be back. There's no live streaming back then, Kieran.
No, there probably wouldn't have even been mobile phones back then, would there?
No, back in the old days.
Just for a bit of context, I think I was 7 at the time. But
Way to make me feel old.
so this is where it all started for you, back in Masterton.
Yeah, it
the
was.
First job.
It really was, and I loved living in Masterton. We lived out in Gladstone. I lived various places, Carterton and Gladstone, and I love being part of the local community. I met so many great people. It was a sad day when I left. She was a good farewell party.
I can imagine.
She was a good farewell party. But no, it's great to be back. Oh my God, it's changed so much.
I bet. So what brought you back here this year then?
Well, we wanted to focus on the women in shearing.
Good on you.
Because I know there are a lot more women who are taking part in the events. And it just sort of strikes me that when you think about huge sporting events, it's quite rare that the women and men are competing directly against each other.
Right.
That there's no sort of gender-specific events other than some of the wool handling ones, but for the shearing itself. So we're coming here to focus on Laura Bradley, who's just about to start.
Yeah.
So we'll see how she goes and have a chat to her. And we've been talking to Jill's, who is, obviously a total legend in the world of women's shearing as well. Just about how it's changed, how tough it used to be being a woman in shearing, and how many more women are involved, and how accepting everybody is of that. That nobody considers themselves to be a male shearer or a female shearer. They're just shearers.
Well, it's a bit of a trend at the moment. The women's sport is growing in popularity and exposure. Sponsors are getting behind it, and the TV's covering it as well. But you're right, there aren't many sports where women compete alongside men and do so in a competitive fashion.
Yeah.
And I can think of equestrian, and we've had the Winter Olympics recently, and I think curling was another one.
Yeah,
But certainly here, how wonderful would it be to see more women continue up the ranks and one day hopefully win the Golden Shears Open final?
Oh, be absolutely fantastic. And I mean, we are the best shearers in the world, aren't we?
Yeah.
So how fantastic that we could have a world champion woman as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, and of course, there's one thing you might not know is that, the Golden Shears has been going on for 58 years. We've never once had a Wairarapa shearer win the Golden Shears. So,
I did not know that.
I know. It's amazing, really, to think that, this is the home of shearing in the world. This is where it all started, and we've never had a local win the Golden Shears. So we're hoping this year that we do get a Wairarapa shearer take out the title, and hopefully then on the back of that we might have not only a woman but a local woman take it out.
Who's your money on? I know you're not a betting man.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. I honestly, I don't think you can go past Roland Smith this year, to be honest. The bloke's won 36 titles since January 2017. He's only dipped out once, and that was about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure even those that might not have exposure to the Golden Shears, I know you're a bit of an aficionado now from your early days, but
yeah. No,
it's,
the physicality of it is amazing. It really is. And even just, just watching a bit of it now, it's quite mesmerising watching the rhythm of a good shearer, because it's incredibly graceful too.
It is.
It's a beautiful sport.
Well, the good thing about it, of course, those that are watching at home will know it's not just about speed. You've got to do it cleanly as well. And so to be able to do it that quickly in about 20 seconds shearing a sheep, but doing it so that the welfare of the animal is maintained and the integrity of the fleece is maintained as well, it certainly is a skill. So what would you say to those people that are watching at home that maybe have never come to the Golden Shears? Do you think they should just take the plunge and experience it?
Totes. It's fantastic. I mean, there are spare seats, not many. It's filling up. You should definitely get down here, because it's something to behold. It is a wonderful sporting event, but also that you can get so close to the action. And there aren't many sort of sports where you can do that. You can get right. And there's a lot of variation. You've got your shearing, your wool handling, your pressing, all of those sorts of things going on at the same. And they're all different skills. And it's just fascinating. Really is.
Well, there you go. An endorsement from someone who's been right around the world with her job and is now used to the bright lights of Auckland. Come back home to Masterton and telling you should come and see the Golden Shears, the greatest spectacle you will ever witness.
Do it.
Jar for someone else to maybe take one of the 2 top spots. Ricky Stevens, he hoisted that 80 k's.